What will happen if humans use 100% of their brain? It's one of the most powerful ideas ever sold to us. The belief that right now, as you watch this, you're operating at only 10% of your true potential, that somewhere inside your skull lies a locked vault of genius, psychic powers, photographic memory, maybe even telekinesis, just waiting to be switched on. But before we dive into the fantasy, let's pause and separate fact from fiction. The 10% brain myth has been completely debunked by neuroscientists. Brain scans using MRI and PT technology clearly show that almost every region of the brain has a known function. And over the course of a normal day, nearly all parts become active at different times. Even when you're sleeping, your brain is busy regulating breathing, heart rate, dreams, memory consolidation. There is no silent 90% sitting idle like an unused hard drive. Reliable neurological research confirms that damage to even a small area of the brain can cause severe loss of function, which alone proves we are already using essentially all of it. The myth likely grew from misinterpreted early psychology statements and was later amplified by self-help movements and Hollywood films that suggested hidden superhuman abilities. So scientifically speaking, we already use 100% of our brain, just not all at once. But now here's where things get interesting. If we imagine using 100% to mean activating every neuron simultaneously at full capacity, that wouldn't create a genius. It would create chaos. In fact, that's very similar to what happens during a massive epileptic seizure, when large populations of neurons fire uncontrollably at the same time. Instead of enlightenment, the result is loss of control, unconsciousness, sometimes severe physical harm. The brain works because of balance, carefully timed electrical signals, networks switching on and off in precise patterns. It's like a symphony orchestra. If every instrument blasted at maximum volume at the same moment, you wouldn't get beautiful music, you'd get noise. And yet, the idea refuses to die. Because deep down, we feel like we are capable of more. Not in a magical sense, but in potential. Consider this. While we use all of our brain structurally, we do not maximize our cognitive abilities at every moment. Attention drifts, memory fades, focus weakens, emotions override logic. There are documented cases of people with extraordinary abilities, individuals with highly superior autobiographical memory who can recall nearly every day of their lives in vivid detail. Savants who perform complex calculations instantly, or trauma survivors who unlock unexpected skills after brain injuries, a phenomenon sometimes called acquired savant syndrome. These are rare and scientifically documented, but they don't involve hidden brain percentages suddenly lighting up. Instead, they reflect unusual wiring, compensation, or hyperspecialization within neural networks. So what if the real question isn't about using 100% of the brain's mass, but about optimizing 100% of its potential? Research in neuroplasticity shows that the brain can rewire itself throughout life. Learning new skills, practicing deep focus, meditating, exercising, sleeping properly, all measurably improve neural efficiency. Brain imaging studies confirm structural changes in people who practice intense training, like musicians or memory champions. London taxi drivers, for example, were shown in studies to have enlarged hippocampal regions associated with spatial navigation after years of memorizing complex city maps. That's not unlocking hidden brain mass. That's strengthening networks through use. So if humanity suddenly gained perfect control over attention, memory, emotional regulation, creativity, and logical reasoning simultaneously, not by activating more brain tissue, but by synchronizing it flawlessly, the effects would be revolutionary. Imagine never forgetting anything you've learned. Imagine solving complex global problems in minutes. Imagine empathy,